Trailing by 18 points, and the home side, Fitzroy, kicking with the breeze. Hampshire wins it, but it's taken by Wilson across to Parrish. He's had a lot of kicks this term, but the whistle has sounded behind play, and the free kick's going to go the way of Footscray. Didn't see what that one was for, but it's a chance for them once again through McConnell. To half forward. DeConning has to spoil. Taylor at the back. The high ball. Could be a clash here. No, it's avoided. DeConning again sets up the handball for McKenna. He goes long in towards full forward. A couple of quick goals will certainly make it interesting. Smith trying for the juggle. Taylor again, giving good support in defence. Back towards the centre of the ground. Wheeler. Reed. Bustled out of it. Here's the chance now for Wilson. Accepts the handball. Goes for the pass. A beauty. Merrigan has kicked one.
What a great pass that was. An old-fashioned stab kick, except it wasn't kicked like a drop kick. Does that make sense?
Yes, Peter. Directly in front. 35 metres out. This will make Footscray's task just that much harder. He makes straight through the middle. Goal number 2 to Harvey Merrigan. And Fitzroy go to 12-13, leading Footscray 9-7.
And what a difference if you've got a bloke at full forward who, even though Wilson could have had a shot for goal there, Merrigan saw the opportunity and ducked out quickly from full forward to make a certainty of it. And a beautiful pass from Wilson. And no doubt about Wilson, every time he gets it, he's got that class. His disposal is magnificent.
4 straight kicks the difference, Peter.
Alexander, Hampshire, Footscray beaten badly in the ruck today. Quinlan was on the bottom of the pack. In there is Ted Whitten, been a fairly quiet player today, Whitten. And certainly the ruck rovers and rovers are the players that Footscray need firing. No doubt umpire Marcy will throw this one up again. No, he's going to bounce it. He finds a nice hard patch of turf. Wilson's in there in the centre mud patch. Davidson goes in after it. Umpire's picked out a free kick, and he'll go back to Stan Davidson to go behind the man on the mark. Now off he goes. The dummy around McMahon goes for the torpedo punt. It's a wobbly old kick up towards the forward line. Michael Egan caught with the ball. Umpire said too high. Very, very lucky to get away with that one. And Michael Egan, who has kicked 2 goals since he's been switched, he was obviously hurt in the 3rd quarter, was switched to the forward line and kicked 2 quick goals, and he is one of the real goers in the Footscray side and one of the most desperate players in league football. There's the kick from Egan, a long high one up towards the forward line. Is there anyone there to take the mark? No. Out comes the big fella Hansen from the back line, right out towards centre wing. Over the back of the pack it comes to McMahon. McMahon, a hand pass to his teammate there in Poynton. Poynton on the left foot looking for Merrigan. It's over his head and over Neil Cordy's head and out of bounds. About 5 metres around from the behind post, and the ruckman down there to do battle will be the big fella Bill Berry for Footscray against Rod Lewis of Fitzroy.
24 points the difference. 4 minutes into this final term. Berry from behind does it well. Tucks it out of the air and kicks it towards the half-back line. Coming in from the side was Doug Hawkins. Couldn't complete the mark. Wilson kicks it over his head. No mark there. Serafini. Another high ball. Manane has the ball well spoilt by Rick Kennedy. Berry again in trouble. Poynton is there. Carlson has his smothered, but he recovers. Loses it the 2nd time, however. Real stacks on the mill situation. A handball out the back goes straight to Reed. A hurried kick by Bruce Reed. A high ball. Wilson over the top of Hawkins. Can't complete it. Hawkins up again. Quinlan, a booming 3rd term when he kicked 4 goals. He's mercilessly dragged off the ball and will take a free kick for being held whilst not in possession. Goes short. Loose checking again, and gee, this has been a bad sign for Footscray in the Fitzroy forward zone. Up towards full forward. No mark paid. Big Rod Lewis waiting for the ball to be shot out. Has the opportunity now. Here goes the big fella. Elects to kick instead of the handball. It's not a bad looking kick over the top. And it's a goal. Oh, great kick by Lewis, who was quite casual about the whole affair. But that's a good goal to Fitzroy. They're 13th. They go to 13-13, running away from Footscray, who are 9-7.
Well, I was all set to say should have given the hand pass out to his teammate, but he certainly defied what I was thinking. A beautiful snap kick, a high one, and must have just got in because the goal umpire went a long way across, but for a big fella to show that much agility was a great effort. Bill Berry against Alexander. Alexander gets the hit out to Quinlan. Down it comes to the forward line. This is danger for the Footscray defences. Point and traps it beautifully. A hand pass to Parrish, 20 metres out. Parrish fires at the goals, and I think he's offline. Is it? No, it's through. Well, I thought by the look of Merrigan at first that he was offline, but nevertheless it was a goal, and that's the important thing for Fitzroy there. 14 goals, 13, 97 to Footscray, 9-7, 61.
3 goals in 6 minutes. The margin now 36 points, and the challenge for Footscray is indeed a great one. Back in the mud patch, but a good bounce. Berry on the ball. A hurried kick by Hawkins down towards half forward. Taylor, who's done well all day, overruns this one. Support from Smith, who goes to ground. Bradmore comes out to meet it. Hanson there also taking it over the line, and another throw-in to take place. Quinlan, the top goal scorer on the ground with 4 goals to date. Harvey Merrigan has 2. A number of players with 2 for Footscray. De Conning from behind, Alexander in front. Sate, a hurried kick off the ground, but Laurie, he's done a great job in defence. Supreme on a half-back flank. Back towards the centre. Hawkins there. Now a chance for Rod Lewis. He's intercepted, however, by Poynton. Running past is Parrish. He's clear. Steadies and goes long. But he's offline. Well offline, in fact, and out of bounds on the full.
Neil Cordy on your screen, about to take the penalty kick. Or looking for the short pass as Whitten further afield, but Cordy elects to do the right thing, the long kick right out towards half-back flank. Berry takes front position, peels for the mark. Now he gives it out wide to Brian Cordy. He kicks long towards Egan on centre wing. The ball thumped away from Laurie. Egan goes after it towards the boundary line, but it beats him over the line out of bounds, halfway between centre wing and half-forward flank in Footscray's forward zone. Lewis there to do the ruck work, number 20 for Fitzroy against De Conning, number 11 on your screen for Footscray. Lewis tries to grab it out of the ruck. Trying to burst his way through was Dunstan, couldn't get away with it, and the umpire said holding the ball, and the penalty kick there to be taken by Bernie Quinlan. Quinlan on centre wing, goes for the long kick, a high one, but it's all Footscray and Bill Berry. Drops a sitter. That was a dreadful miss by Bill Berry. A hand pass coming out wide, grabbed by Rick Kennedy. This could be holding the ball. No, says the umpire. It was held to him. Very lucky to get away with that one.
Bounce, 45 metres out from goal. Wheeler, a hurried kick, but it's effective. Back towards centre wing once again. Over the top of Hawkins, but he's a good tackler, and holding the ball is the decision, and Hawkins will take the free kick at centre half back. Laurie Serafini caught. No, it was David McMahon, but nevertheless play goes on, and he gets the handball across to Brian Cordy, goes over the centre of the ground. Alexander, a hurried kick. Fitzroy, all Fitzroy actually in this final term. Merrigan, let's watch him. Could have had a hand held. And will take the free kick. 10 metres out. Has kicked 2, and an excellent chance to make it 3.
You'd have to fall over to miss this one, Sandy. Harvey Merrigan.
That's been said before, though, Pierre.
But they haven't fallen over, and they've still missed it. There's Gary Wilson on your screen to give it back. He gave a beautiful pass to Merrigan 5 minutes ago, which resulted in the goal, and Harvey Merrigan, in the unusual position for him of full forward, fires at the goals. No doubt about that one. And as we said, that was his 3rd, and Fitzroy streaming further ahead. 15 goals, 13 Fitzroy, 103 Footscray on 9-7-61.
Alexander in ruck once again, up against Berry. No one gets a decisive tap away. Les Parrish is the quick tackler. And we'll see a repeat performance. Les Parrish picked up by the scruff of the neck by Alexander, let's see what he does at this bounce. Jostling again. Parrish in there. I think Laurie Serafini could have given away a free kick there. Little go to Ted Whitten. Hasn't been a real live wire by any means today. Goes towards the half-forward line. Alan McConnell is there. Perhaps luckily receives a free kick, but what a game he's had since coming onto the ground.
I think he'd be very close to the best man on the ground, Sam.
Oh, yes, he was too close that time, and Carlson sockers it off the ground very intelligently indeed. Gee, that's clever thinking. Reid overruns it. He has support, but he'll certainly need it, the big fella. Gets the handball now. That's McConnell again. Oh, Carlson has his head just about ripped off, and he'll take the free kick at centre wing. Play on eventually called. Back to the centre of the ground. All Fitzroy as Alexander goes to Laurie. Laurie over the half-forward line. Merrigan takes the mark. And cheers too as Lee Carlson leaves the ground after his first game with Fitzroy, and Scott Clayton comes on. But listen to the crowd giving him a fine ovation. Merrigan has kicked 3, it's coming back. He's kicked 4. That's a great goal to Fitzroy, and they're really on the rampage here at the Junction Oval. 16-13. Leading Footscray, who have stopped a 9-7.
And that looked a fairly easy mark to Merrigan, but it wasn't as easy as it looked. He had to dive, and he made sure of it. What a beautiful kick that was from Merrigan. A long, high drop punt, split the centre, and what a good sight to see. Here's the bounce. Knocked away by Alexander, who's dominated the ruck. Going in after it was Parrish. He couldn't get away with it. Harris is there for Fitzroy. Footscray player right on the bottom of that pack. Well, probably looks like Hawkins, I think, is it? Wait till he gets up. Yes, Doug Hawkins was desperate as usual.
He's first in the shower tonight.
Well, bet he is. Here's the bounce. Oh, look, Alexander again. Out to Clayton. Clayton with the kick down towards the forward line. Wilson goes back and an easy mark on the chest. And I don't think it's been one of Terry Wheeler's best days today. Gary Wilson would only be 35 metres out, directly in front. Hasn't kicked a goal yet, but he's given a couple of away, and always a dangerous player, Wilson. Wearing the black head guard today. Last week he was very conspicuous with a white one. No doubt will favour the drop punt. There it is, a very high one, drifts away, but the goal umpire says another goal to Fitzroy, and that says 17. 17 goals, 13 Fitzroy, 115, Footscray 9-7-61.
6 goals to Fitzroy in just under 15 minutes. Very good football indeed.
Well, 13 since half-time, and Footscray have added 2 goals since half-time, so you can see how much on top Fitzroy have been in this match since half-time.
Both of those kicked by the back pocket player in Egan.
Well, that's right. They've got Terry Wheeler down in the back pocket now. And as I said, he hasn't had a memorable game today, Terry. But he never gives up, nevertheless.
Here's the bounce once again. And it's Berry who wins it this time. But my word, they've had trouble taking it out of the centre. Sait's caught there. Berry goes for the handball. Whitten a little too slow. But he gets the free kick. So Teddy Whitten. That ball propping a little in the breeze. Not a long kick. He was up looking for Bradmore. Smith claiming it. Play on is the call. Here's a chance for them. Goalwards goes Ian Dunstan. But I'm afraid when your luck's not running with you, nothing goes right. So we'll see a throw in the left forward pocket for Footscray. The first time really they've been deep into attack this term. Can they capitalise on it? Or almost a chance there, and eventually sock it through for 1 point. So 9 goals, 8 Footscray, Fitzroy 17-13.
And on your screen is Chris Hansen to kick off. He goes for the short pass. It's a good one. 2 down towards the centre half back area. It's grabbed by Leon Harris. He plays on, goes long. That's the way to play it here at the Junction Oval. Up towards Terry Wheeler. It's grabbed by McMahon. He's caught a beautiful hand pass over the top to Poyton. Poyton back to Manane. Manane over to Merrigan. Merrigan in the open goal for his 5th goal. And that was magnificent football by Fitzroy. as they've kicked their 18. 18 goals, 13, 121. The Footscray 98-72. 62, I should say.
Great.
And that winners by 77 points. And Harvey Merrigan finished up with 5 goals. Quinlan got 4. And for Footscray, Dunstan got 3.